In modern vehicles, data flows from countless sensors with multiple automotive communication technologies. But how do we capture and synchronize all this information efficiently? That's where CMP, the Capture Module Protocol, comes in. Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Stanislav, and today we are going to take a deeper look at the Capture Module Protocol and how to configure it in CANape. CMP is a standard developed by ASM. It defines the communication between capture modules and data sinks. These include, for example, loggers, analysis tools for capturing and transmission of vehicle bus communication, as well as sensor data. The data transmission takes place exclusively via Ethernet. Thanks to the fact that the measurement data is collected directly at the capture module, which means independently of the bus technology, it's easy to extend an existing CMP network. New capture modules or data sinks can be added or removed with minimal effort, reducing potential error sources. Once configured, you get a stable and scalable network. In this demonstration, the VN5650 interface serves as the capture module and CANape as the data sink. The goal is to demonstrate Ethernet communication between two ECUs, plugged into Ethernet ports 1 and 2. Since I don't have any real ECUs, we are using GNU to create virtual ones. The capture module will send measurement data to the CANape laptop via Ethernet cable in form of CMP packets. Now let's create our first CMP-based project. Open the Vector Hardware Manager. Select your device and click Device Properties Configuration. In the Channel section, you will see the Capture Module Protocol area. Now you can define a CMP output port. Select either the 10 gigabit back or 10 gigabit front port. Click Edit CMP to open the settings dialog. In this menu, configure the following parameters: device ID, stream ID, destination IP address, and UDP port number. Set both the device ID and the stream ID to 1. We specified 192.168.0.11 as the IP address for our LAN adapter, so it will serve as a destination IP address. Set the destination UDP port to 5000. Then activate the Wait for Data Sync Ready option and set the data sync ID to 1. CANape uses this ID to communicate with the capture module. The capture module uses the source IP address 192.168.0.1. This ensures that our source and destination IP addresses are in the same subnet. That's it. Click Deploy in the top right corner. In CANape, the CMP editor is located under the Devices tab. Click on it to open the editor. The editor contains all the necessary tools for manual CMP configuration. There is also an import function that allows you to read the CMP configuration from the capture module via the REST API interface. Let's use this function now. Click Import and enter the source IP address of the capture module to import the CMP configuration you just created. To finish the configuration, we only need to define the names of the CMP stream and the interfaces. For this example, name the CMP stream VN5650 and the interfaces My Interface 1 and My Interface 2. Next, we need to set up logical networks and assign them to the Ethernet interfaces we just imported. CANape will require these networks for configuring the Ethernet networks in the device later on. To do so, click Add New Logical Network. Finally, assign the logical network to the CMP interfaces by selecting it from the Application Channel Mapping drop-down menu. That's it. Apply the settings and close the CMP editor. Now let's move on to configure the Ethernet network. Select Device Configuration from Devices in the ribbon bar. Right-click on the network and choose Create Ethernet Network. In a new window, we select the channel Mine Network. Click Save and then close the window. The last step is to define the Ethernet monitor device. We select the new device by right-hand click on the network. Afterwards, name the device, for example ECU1, and choose a database file. Finally, click OK to complete the setup. To visualize the CMP raw data, we will create a trace window. Use a right-hand click into the working area, then select Our Windows and Trace window. To display signals in a graphic window, we open the Symbol Explorer, navigate to the device, and open the Signals folder. Select the required signals and drag them into the working area. From the context menu, choose Measurement Windows and click Graphic Windows. Once the visualization is complete, we can start the measurement. Just take a look, everything is up and running. If you need support for a use case, please contact us. We are happy to answer your questions about CMP or the configuration in CANape. Thank you for watching this video. If you are curious about the capture module we used, have a look at our video introduction to the VN5650 on our Vector Tech tutorial channel. Don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel as well.